on Gujarat, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz visited the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad on Monday, January 12th, and paid homage to Mahatma Gandhi. After paying tributes to the father of the nation at the historic ashram, both the leaders reached the Sabarmati Riverfront to inaugurate the International Kite Festival. This is followed by bilateral engagements at Mahatma Mandir Convention Centre in Gandhinagar, where both the leaders will review the progress made in the India-Germany strategic partnership, which has recently completed 25 years. The timing reflects Berlin's growing focus on India as global trade and security dynamics continue to shift. Officials familiar with the discussions said that the two leaders are expected to review cooperation across several sectors. Let's in fact take a look at the key agenda of the Modi-Merz bilateral talks. This is very important because, like we have been mentioning, India and Germany are completing 25 years of their strategic partnership. So, what was on the agenda when both the leaders met at the Mahatma Mandir? So, let's look at agenda number 1. India-Germany strategic partnership marks 25 years with deepened cooperation across multiple sectors discussed. So, across multiple sectors, they have discussed deepening their ties. Agenda number 2, trade and investment intensification forms core agenda to boost bilateral economic ties significantly. So, trade and investment obviously form a very important part of this discussion. Number 3, defense and security roadmap to be unveiled, strengthening India's manufacturing base and collaboration. So, with India pushing forward for Make in India, India can act as a manufacturing hub in the defense sector as well. Technology transfer and science innovation along with research partnerships feature prominently in the bilateral talks. So, obviously, India is also looking at technology transfer, scientific information exchange, and this will feature in the talks as well. Agenda number 5 is the critical minerals, semiconductors and green sustainable development agreements on the table for signing. This is one of the most important need of the hours. We need sustainable development, we need green energy, and hence that's where all these deals will come into the picture. Number 6, education, skilling, mobility and people-to-people exchanges to receive major focus and advancement. So, education and skilling of people and mobility of people between both the countries will also feature in the talks. Agenda number 7 looks at EU-India Free Trade Agreement negotiations, accelerations expected as key priority is being discussed. So, even in the FTAs or the free trade agreements that we are signing with the EU, most of these agreements will see discussions. Indo-Pacific regional developments and global issues including Ukraine war to be addressed. So, obviously, the Ukraine war will also be addressed. It is a global issue that affecting all the nations in the region. Number 9, business leaders engagement with delegation of German CEOs to explore investment opportunities. Apart from trade and commerce, we are also talking about investment opportunities in both the nations, and hence there will also be a meeting of business leaders with the CEOs and others to make sure that we have more investment opportunities in this. So, clearly this is something that we all are looking forward to. Both the leaders are at Mahatma Mandir. They are looking to discuss all these various points that we have developed and we have talked about, from trade, commerce to defense. We are also looking at mobility and people to people communication and people to people contact between both the nations. We are also looking at education and skilling of people in both these nations. We are also in fact looking at one of the agendas that might be discussed, which is a manufacturing base in defense. So, this is also something that's on the table. It's very important. We're looking at free trade agreements as well. We're looking at development of the Indo-Pacific region with the help of Germany and EU. So, this is something that will be discussed and will feature in the talks. In fact, let me go across to my colleague Brian Thomas, who's joining us for more on this. Brian, could you help us take us through those details, those topics that might be discussed when the two leaders are meeting?
Well, very importantly, this is going to be a very crucial meeting. Moving on from the Sabarmati Ashram, they indulged in a light-hearted moment also at the International Kite Festival at Sabarmati Riverfront in the western city of Ahmedabad. Clearly itself, this tour is very important. He even went, Chancellor Friedrich Merz also visited the Sabarmati Ashram, Mahatma Gandhi's residence during the Indian independence movement itself. And even they are scheduled to meet bilateral in the coming hours, and then a press conference will also be held itself. So clearly there's the chief political editor, they've been all there itself, clearly speaking about the development. And this is going to be very important. They are going to talk about issues, some tricky subjects, Greenland, Russia, China, US and trade. So clearly there would be many such conversations. Not only that, India and Germany are also on the verge of signing 8 billion euro of submarine deal itself, which has been confirmed, and this is going to be a central focus of the visit, as the 25 delegation of CEOs traveling with Merz includes CEO also of ThyssenKrupp Maritime Systems, Oliver Buchard. There is Sherry Malhotra, Deputy Director at the Observer Research Foundation in New Delhi. So they are there, and this deal is very crucial for both India and Germany. This submarine deal is very crucial because it not only supports India's defense modernization, but also indigenization goals, because it will also involve tech transfers for submarine productions as well. Yes.
Brian, when we are looking at these two leaders meeting, we saw that they visited the Sabarmati Ashram as well. It's historic in itself. We also saw both the leaders participate in the International Kite Festival. So a lot of cultural exchange as well. In fact, Brian, I'll